check 56. Hey, here we go.
Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. 27 yards there, a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Say.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
11. Get wide.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. We're scoreless after 1. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return is Pettis. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. On 1st down, here's Breida. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
They're not ready for this, man.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Hey, Haywood.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Switch. Mike 56. There we go, kill. Back.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 56. Hey, watch the screen. Kill. Watch the screen. 56. Right there. 56. Go on 53. Watch the slap.
From the 44, Prescott escaping and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Breida. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
21. Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 54. Defense wins championships, baby.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. 180! I don't even know why this team showed up. Deuce. 13. 21.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 68 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check curls. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the squad. 54.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Like 20. Right 54. You don't know no better. 11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Here we go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, go! Watch the pass.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Play action now, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Here we go. 56. Watch the run. Check 52. Here we go. 47. 26.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36.
1st down, Dallas.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use... Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 32 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
This is Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Kill. 47. We're going to 53. Check. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quan Alexander. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
64, weak. 6, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Come on, D. 49, check 49. 5.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now he'll let this one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. Cooper was the intended target. Opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that? Throw. They'll work with it from there.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hit it. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. Go.
This is Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run with Breida. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Tighten up.
2nd and 2. That's complete to Cobb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 50. Hey, Alpha. 56 to Mike.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet.
It's caught inside the 25. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from the 20, and the Cowboys get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Back to throw here. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Eagles football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, will likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Breida. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Ready. And 2 stop. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Catch it. Topper. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Niners, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season.